Wow, you guys have done loads. Girls, what's your next step? What do you need to do next?
We will introduce. We will tell what is the definition of solid waste, and then we will tell the negatives, impacts, and what is happening with too much solid waste.
Okay. You guys, you're missing a step though. You're missing an introduction to the project. Okay. You're explaining what solid waste is and how it can be impactful to the environment, but you're not giving details about what this project is actually about. Okay. You're not doing a presentation on solid waste. You're doing a presentation on how to remove solid waste or how to reduce solid waste. Okay. So you've missed a step there. You have to take a step back. You need to do an introduction page, introduce the group, introduce your project, introduce what you're going to do. Okay. So you've missed a step there. Emily, Lucy, and Minerva. Okay. Talk to me about your presentation.
First, we are going to have a table of content when we talk about what our slide will be about, and then the introduction is where we introduce our group member and what we're going to talk about.
Okay, fine. This is good. I like this. Dimitri Martin is actually a very, very, very funny comedian. He's a very, very funny comedian.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jesus. Yeah, so he's a very funny comedian. He does lots of impersonations. I used to watch him a very, very long time ago, like 10, 11 years ago. Yeah, he's very, very funny. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty good. I would like to see more pictures, please. If possible. If possible, thank you. Okay, and P, Ava, and Lily.
We divide our presentation into 4 sections, and each section talks about one thing about the pollution. Like the pollution, the first section is about pollution, like its natural concepts. The next one is about the problem that it caused, and the third one we will go deeper into the problems that is called threats to nature made by pollution. And the fourth one is which sums up is the solution to the different solution that we think could help stop pollution.
Where is space for the measurements and the graph and the table that you have done? You're talking a lot about pollution, but we want to be talking specifically about solid waste. You're talking about air, water, and noise here. You don't need that because we're talking about solid waste and the impact of solid waste. I want to see stuff about waste disposal in Vietnam. I want to see things about landfills. I want to see things about incinerators. I want to see things about energy to waste. You're missing steps here in terms of you're talking about things too globally. I want to see specifics to your life and to Vietnam. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'll do for you all is I'll send you all feedback on your presentations. Any group who has not got me a presentation, you need to get me one today. Okay, you need to get me a presentation today so I can sit down and give you some comments and give you some feedback about what you're supposed to do going forwards. Okay. So at the moment, I need presentations from Elsa Minnie, Rosie Ming Cho, Kent James, Dino B, Pencil, Bill and Monkey, and Midday, a Rate Pizza and Eraser. I need them all tonight so I can give you comments for tomorrow.
Okay.
Do I make myself clear? Okay.
Yes.
Right, so yesterday we were looking at the idea of packaging. And we were looking at the idea of how packaging can increase the amount of waste that actually exists in solid waste. Who can tell me reasons why packaging increases? What are some reasons that packaging increases waste?
When packaging is made, then more pre-consumer waste is made, and it also we have to throw away as when we open
as right when a product is purchased, then it only keeps the shape when we open the package. Then it's not used anymore and we throw it away.
Yep, cool. Yeah, great answer. Well done. Yeah, packaging increases pre-consumer waste because the amount of packaging. Remember that pre-consumer waste, the 10 times as much waste is created before you even get your product. And this goes the same for packaging. Packaging is also manufactured. The more packaging that's manufactured, the more waste there is. So again, it's causing a lot. It's causing quite a lot of waste. B, how does packaging harm the environment?
Packaging harm the environment because they use plastic.
Yeah, okay, not just plastic. Eraser, what else? What are 2 ways that packaging and too much packaging can, saw 2 ways yesterday.
They make green.
Sorry, say again?
They can make greenhouse gases.
No, not necessarily. P, what are 2 ways that too much packaging can be harmful to the environment?
They could like fill up landfills and make the animals think that it is food and meat.
Yes and no. Okay, let's have a look. So here in the second paragraph, Elsa, what are the 2 ways that it says that packaging can be harmful?
Raw materials are costly and they can be harmful to the environment. Also,
Get careful there. Getting raw materials. Okay, and what else? That's 1. And Minerva, what's the second one?
What's the other one? Not amphibians. I'm gonna call on someone else. Lamon, what's the other one?
Minerva, what's the second one? It's down the bottom.
Snakes. Yeah, what are snakes? Snakes and lizards. Those are.
Heavy or bulky packaging is more difficult to transport to stores. It requires more trucks and can make more pollution.
Exactly. So the increase in trucks, right? The increased use of trucks can also add to pollution. Okay. So I'm going to move on to another topic with you guys. I'm pretty sure you know all of these words, but I just want to make sure. So Emily, can you please draw a line for atmosphere?
Atmosphere is the layer of gases above the Earth's surface containing the air we breathe.
Yeah, so draw a line, please. Perfect. Thank you so much. Right. And Lily, can you please draw a line for environment? Perfect. Good job. Minnie, can you please draw a line for groundwater? Ming Cho, can you draw one for gas, please? And Lucy for filter.
But I cannot draw on the screen.
Okay, fine. Sky for. Yeah, excellent. And then municipal really means related to town or city. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at these issues, but we're going to be looking at it from the concept of toxic or hazardous waste. Okay, so I'm going to start with a pretty easy some easy ideas to kind of push you into it. Okay, so who knows how is water made safe? How is it made safe for cleaning? What steps have?
First, we need to get water from places, and then we need to filter and boil the water so that all of the dirt, all of the bacteria, and all the solids get removed.
Kind of, but no. Okay. For a quick question, where does the water we drink come from? So, Dino, where does the water we drink come from?
From the pond that they have pull the bacteria out. I don't know.
Okay. Pizza, where do we get our water from?
Underground.
Some underground, yeah. Bill, what's another place we get water from? Lots of places. Reservoirs, lakes, ponds, rivers, groundwater. Yes, Midday, anywhere else?
Caves.
Caves, yeah, maybe. Okay, so all of these places, right? They all give us water, but the water is not necessarily safe. Okay, it's not clean. So before water becomes safe and clean to use, it has to go into what we call a treatment plant. Treatment plants are these large areas. As you can see, there's lots of different types of water. The water goes into one of these baths and then is moved from bath to bath. And as it moves from bath to bath, it is cleaned. Waste is removed and dirt is removed. There's a number of steps which go into it. It's not boiled, monkey, okay? So a lot of the time when you have water, you don't just boil it. Boiling it would be like very, very expensive, but there are other ways to do it. So I'm going to show you a video about how to clean water. So I want you to make sure you pay attention and tell me some of the things that you learned about how.
How does drinking water get to your home?
Wow, I'm not really sure. Probably through a series of pipes.
Pipes. Pipes and all that?
Through pipes.
I have no clue.
I assume it comes up through the pump in the ground?
Through a filter?
Gets to a house with a pump, water pump.
Nature. So beautiful and calm.
Hey, Splash, did you know that reservoirs like this are one of the places where we get our drinking water?
Wait a minute there. You don't want to drink this stuff. I'm telling you, I've been in a lot of water, including this reservoir. You know what's in there? Fish. You know what they do, right? They...
Oh, Splash, don't even go there.
You know, a lot happens to this water before we can drink it.
You're telling me? Hey,
Okay, first of all, can everyone hear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's lagging. It's lagging.
It's lagging. Sorry, look, you'll get the video after, okay? So just try to pay as much attention as you can.
Okay. Been cleaned up a few times.
New Jersey American Water's experts work round the clock, removing bacteria, viruses, micropollutants, and other harmful particles from the water you drink. They do such a good job that American Water often provides water service that is better than what the government requires.
The treatment process begins here, at the pumping station.
Pumps draw raw water from reservoirs, lakes, rivers, streams, wells, or underground aquifers. Water travels by pipeline from the pumping station to the treatment facility. The first step in the cleaning process removes sediment and particles from the water with the help of coagulants.
What?
Coagulants are chemicals that act like magnets. They cause particles in the water to stick together. These groups of particles are called floc.
Okay, so they add chemicals to water. And what the chemicals do is they make all of the little bits and the little solid bits in the water stick together. Think about it like this. When you get a cut on your hand or you cut on your finger, does the blood stop running out? Yes, it does. All of the blood starts to coagulate and stick together, and then it becomes hard, and then it grows new skin. The same idea can be used here. They add chemicals into the water, which makes all of the little bits in the water stick together and then drop to the bottom, which can then be filtered out.
I didn't know I had it in me.
American Water uses two common processes to separate and remove floc from water. One sinks floc to the bottom of a tank. The other method pumps air into the water and floc, causing residual particles to float to the top. The separation of water and floc is called clarification. With either method, the clarification process removes most of the floc from the water. The next step, filtration.
Whoa! Hey, watch it! Wow, can a water droplet get a bruise? Sheesh! Ow! Wow, I just got pushed through layers of activated carbon, sand, and gravel. Please tell me I'm clean.
Sorry, Splash, you're not completely out of the water. You're filtered, but you might be infected with tiny microorganisms. Don't worry, disinfection doesn't hurt. Chlorine and ozone are just two of the ways we disinfect water at New Jersey American Water.
I love chlorine. It's been disinfecting water and keeping me clean for over a century. But what's ozone?
Ozone is supercharged oxygen. These bubbles scrub and disinfect. Viruses, germs, and fungi don't stand a chance.
Whoa, hey, that tickles! Stop it already! I'm gonna wet my pants!
Hey, Splash, guess what? You're finally drinking water, ready for distribution to homes and businesses.
Are you sure? How do you know?
New Jersey American Water certified.
Okay, so you can tell me something that they learned from anything at all. Yes, Emily.
They use chemicals to clean water.
Yeah, very good. Elsa.
There are many steps so we can get drinking water.
Yeah, cool. Good job, Laura.
They use gravel and sand to help.
Yeah, true. Are you sick?
Yeah, kinda.
You sound sick.
Yeah,
You sound like you're talking through gravel and sand. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, cool. Get some rest. Monkey?
They use chlorine and first, after filtration, they use chlorine and ozone to fully clean the water.
Yeah, good job. B?
Ozone can get rid of bacteria.
Yeah, exactly, right. So again, the interesting thing about chlorine and ozone is that they are hazardous. They are actually very, very toxic. If we were to drink some chlorine, well, chlorine is actually a gas, but like if we were to inhale chlorine, who knows about World War One? Anyone know anything about World War One? Who knows about mustard gas? Who remember what mustard gas is? Mustard gas is a mix of chlorine and other chemicals that was used by the Germans as chemical warfare. Chlorine is extremely dangerous and extremely toxic. So you need to be careful of it, but using it in small amounts in water is actually quite helpful because it kills all the bacteria in water. And on top of that as well, the idea of hazardous chemicals being used can actually be beneficial sometimes. But this is what I want to talk to you about, okay? So before water enters into the treatment plant, it is actually hazardous. It's toxic. Hazardous, it could harm the life, or toxic, it could cause poison, or it could cause damage to a living thing. So this is what we need to be careful of. So what are some other things that are hazardous or toxic? So what's something that's hazardous or toxic? Google search things that are hazardous or toxic. Find out.
Chemicals from batteries.
Yeah, chemicals in batteries. What else? What about in your own home? There's lots of things that are toxic in your. No. Well, look here. Here's a big list of them. So even in your own home, there are many things that are toxic. Motor oil, light bulbs, spray cans, gas, paint. Paint contains heavy metals like cadmium and lead. These are dangerous. They're hazardous to fish. And they're also dangerous to you. Yes, B.
Perfume.
Yeah, perfume. Monkey, anything?
Plastic.
Plastic. Yeah. Okay. Ming Cho.
The shampoo.
Sometimes. Okay, so look, as you can see, right, even in your own home, there are lots of hazardous and there are lots of toxic things. And making sure that we dispose of them correctly and get rid of them correctly is what we should be doing. For example, you saw in the solid waste picture, I said the e-waste. Electronic waste. Battery would fall into electronic waste. There's acid inside batteries. If we don't get rid of batteries correctly, the acid can again fall out, can cause damage, can cause pollution. Water cleaner, bleach, household cleaner, window cleaner, all of these things, they are hazardous and they are toxic. If they don't get removed carefully and properly, they can cause damage to the environment or even damage to you, okay? And this is what I want you to think about as well. When you're doing your solid waste project is that, well, there are certain solid wastes which are quite dangerous, okay? And they're very, very dangerous. And if you don't dispose of them correctly, well, then you're going to have a problem. So I'm going to teach you this word before we do a bit of reading is about contamination. Yes, B, do you have a question?
Mattress is also toxic.
A mattress?
Yes.
Possibly, because like when you sleep on a mattress, and you all do this, you sweat, okay? You release a lot of sweat when you sleep. Sweat will cause the mattress to get wet. And when something is wet and when something is warm, bacteria grow. So if bacteria continue to grow in a mattress and you throw a mattress out and you don't throw it out correctly, well then you may be throwing bacteria into somewhere. On top of
What
that,
is there's a high level of potentially harmful compound called PBDEs.
Restaurant, I want to ask this for my
yeah, Kent, sure, what's your question?
in my presentation, can I make one slide that I make a graph that the it's like the height. It's like I will separate the level of dangerous that each kind of waste are and
Sure. Yeah.
some way we can.
Yeah. Kent, that sounds super interesting. Yeah, definitely. I like that idea. It sounds very interesting. Because when you think about it, it's making sense about, well, hold on, if we need to get rid of trash correctly, the reason I need to get rid of trash is because these things are dangerous. Okay. I'm going to teach you this word, contamination. Contamination means to make dirty, to make unclean, or to pollute. Okay. So if I was to say that the water is contaminated because I put B's sock in it. So I put B's sock in some water, and now the water is contaminated. The water is dirty, it's unclean, right? What are some other things that can cause contamination? Ava. Ava, hello. What are some things that cause contamination? Okay, sorry, Connor's so loud in the background, I can barely hear you. Ginny, what's something else that causes contamination?
Meat.
Yeah, dead meat, right? There's lots of things, right? There's gases from cars, there's gases from factories, there's the burning of coal. All these things cause pollution in some way, and they all release pollution or pollutants into the air or into the environment. You can think about it this way. You can think of pollutant equals contaminant. Okay. A pollutant and a contaminant are the same things. Anything that causes pollution is a pollutant. Anything that causes contamination is a contaminant. So again, when you have pollution, you have contamination. Okay. This picture, plastic being thrown into the ocean. The plastic is the contaminant and it's contaminating the water. All right. So that's what you need to think about as well. And our household items like these, they contain contaminants. They can be toxic, they can be hazardous, and they can cause a lot of problems. Let's have James here. Mid-A, please read, please.
Waste that is harmful, toxic waste. Waste that is harmful to living things is called toxic waste or hazardous waste. These types of wastes must be treated in special ways. They could cause a lot of damage if they contaminate or get into the environment. For example, if toxic waste contaminates in a stream, it can harm the fish in that stream. It then harms the animals that eat those fish. People who use water from the stream might get sick, or else they must find another source of water.
Yep, cool, exactly. So that's the exact point. The toxic waste can contaminate water. If it contaminates water, it can damage the environment, the living things in the environment. Draw a circle around something that is toxic. Go through more of this tomorrow and we'll finish it off. I want to give you your homework for tonight. Okay, so your homework for this evening is to start putting your plan of action to reduce waste into place, okay? So I asked you to draw out the steps to write out what you're gonna do to try to reduce the waste in your own homes. What I want you to do now, tonight, is to put that plan into place, okay? So today, you will make your measurements as normal, and then tomorrow, with your plan in place, you should see the amount of waste reduce, okay? Yes, Emily, question.
Can ask going to answer the question.
Okay, well, we'll do that tomorrow. Does anybody have any question about this homework? No. And I'll also send you a quizzes as well to complete. So you have, but hold on, Kent, James, Dino B, Pencil, Bill, Monkey, Mid-A, Pizza, Eraser, Elsa, Minnie, Rosie, and Ming Cho. You need to get me all your presentations as well. You
Mr.
also-
Ryan,
Yes, Kent.
can you add me in the Zoom chat because we only have the email account. No one add him in the
I can't add.
chat.
I can't add him. If you add
Who is the
me,
admin?
if you add me or to the admin to the Zoom chat, I'm not sure. Miss Yen, do you know the answer to this question? Who's the admin of the 5v4 Zoom group?
No, I'm not the admin, but like we have to assess some kind of request and then we can add him into the chat.
Yeah. So when you get a request to join a group, you get an email or you get like a pop-up notification in Zoom that says you have been requested to join this group. You click accept, you join. That's it. Okay. So that's what you need to do. But boys, you need to send me all your presentations, and that girls group you do as well. Get this plan put into place and also start the quizzes as well. All right, and get the quizzes done. Okay, any questions? No, okay, right. Goodbye, everybody. See you tomorrow.